And welcome to the Rebel Radio Podcast. This is Mark.
This is Matt.
This is Long. Well, that was a pregnant intro there. Well, Mark.
Well, but yeah, I hit record and I was waiting, and it finally clicked, and all of a sudden it said 3 seconds instead of starting at 1 second. I was like, wait, well, okay, we're already started. And, so the delayed response there, but
all good.
Yeah, man. The Rebel Radio Podcast. I think we are officially beginning the countdown to episode 500 since this is 491, I think, today. So I think that's officially we're in single digits. So it's time to start the countdown to 500 episodes. And the rebelradiopodcast.com for your Rebel Radio needs to listen to previous episodes in the series. And you can also find us on YouTube and Spotify and iHeartRadio and Amazon Music and all that good stuff. And Apple Podcasts, which I was looking at the other day, and actually was looking for other podcasts, and no one has left us a review on there in like 3 years. So if someone goes on there and leaves us a review, I promise you I will read it on the air, and you will get your name said. And Matt, do not do a fake name and leave a review like you did with Richard Cheese. Okay. So
Richard Cheese.
But for real, if someone leaves us a review on there, I will read it on there. And on Apple Podcast. What else is going on? Compalooza in a few weeks. Yeah, man, I guess me and Matt will be there at least. It might be an in and out thing on Saturday morning, afternoon. Not really sure how it's going to work yet.
I might do a toy hunt.
Yeah. Oh, you might come by along?
Yeah, right. For a toy hunt.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll walk the floor real quickly. I have to go scope wrestling figures and stuff. But I put down, I had to send in what we were doing, and I did this very quickly, so I could not text you guys. But I just did a generic, like, we're going to discuss our favorite movies ever. I didn't know what to fucking write. And it's always tough to come up with these subjects, man, because, like, the Batman one we did that year was pretty well received. We had a good audience. And the Terminator one we did, or the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. But then, like, the Superman one last year was like no one there. Indiana Jones, we had an okay audience. So it's like, what's just something generic that might get people there? And I put on there for people to come be interactive and tell us their favorite movies as well. And I was like, I don't know. So, So we might be adhered to that. Do our discuss our favorite movies of all time. Just make a discussion type topic. Sometimes those work out the best. But we will be at Comic Palooza. And May 22nd, 23rd, 24th at George R. Brown here in Houston, Texas. And I saw they announced Farouk, the wrestler. He'll be there. I thought that was pretty cool. Get him to go up to him and say, damn. And I thought that was cool. Other than that, I don't really know. I haven't paid that much attention if they announced anybody else this week, really, to be honest. So I don't know. I don't want to say I don't care, but I just don't.
I wish they would have had Carrie Ann Moss. But I guess Daredevil Born Again is cool. It just, I think Charlie's only there for one day, right?
It's all a bunch of rehashed people that have been there before, or just kind of like, whatever. I know, I guess Daredevil is back in the news, so it's more current for Charlie to be there. The Matrix reunion feels a little short without Carrie Ann Moss, and obviously Keanu,
he would have
does cons,
Yeah.
And Keanu is the type of person that would feel awful to charge someone $200 for an autograph. I just don't think he would do it. That's why he doesn't do it. Lawrence Fishburne's kind of cool because, you get John Wick and the Matrix character all in one. If that's your thing, celebrities, it's cool to a certain extent. I mean, I've met a few over the years, but nothing. I don't know. Can't get you to...
The experience is mixed. I think the best interaction I ever had was probably with Shannon Doherty and Rose McGowan. They're just really friendly, talked a lot, and then everyone else, it's kind of like, it's kind of business-like. You might get to say a few things, but it's like really short, and then keep it moving.
I met Rose the first time she came, and me and Mark went up there to give her artwork that Mark had drawn, and I went up there and I shook her hand, and she was like, "Oh, thank you guys," and I'm like, "Well, I didn't draw it, but I'll take the thank you."
Yeah.
And so I did meet her, and I don't know, man. Honestly, my best celebrity interaction was when I met Kevin Smith. It was like only 3 minutes, but it was amazing 3 minutes. He was engaged completely with me for those 3 minutes, and it was cool. And he even apologized for rushing us because the signing was almost over. Because Kevin would have talked to everybody all day. It's just how he was. He was great, man. And meeting Ernie Hudson was really fun. He was really nice. We chatted for a few minutes.
Yeah.
What is the kid that played Jimmy Olsen in Superman Returns? He was really cool. Man, I sat and talked to him for about 10 minutes, just standing at his table.
Remember him.
Yeah, man, I can't remember his name.
He was also in Not Another Teen Movie, right?
Yeah, he was a lot. Man, we were just sitting there chatting at his table for about 10 minutes. It's about movies and stuff. And he was
Chris Evans.
And,
no,
it wasn't Chris.
No, it wasn't Chris Evans.
Okay.
I would have definitely been there if it was Chris Evans.
Yeah, he was cool. And maybe Danny Trejo was cool. I mean, there's been some good ones over the years. But and then Sean Meyer was from Firefly, was kind of a dick. But yeah, so there's some good ones, some bad ones.
Sam Huntington.
Yeah, man. Me and him sat.
He was also in Fanboys.
Yeah, we were chatting for a few minutes, and he was just really cool. And I think I had a shirt on or something. He called me over, if I remember correctly. We just started talking, and he said something about my shirt. And Sam Huntington was really cool. Did I get a picture with him?
Peter Cullen never make a visit?
Yes. No, Peter Cullen, no, he's never been a Compalooza. I was thinking Peter Mayhew.
No.
But no, Peter Cullen never has. Peter Mayhew, speaking of, he played Chewbacca, was awesome. He was one of the friendliest guys in the world. Never rushed you by, took his time to talk to you. I met Peter a couple of times, just a classic English gentleman, just a really, really nice person. And David Prowse was pretty nice, actually. When I shook his hand, talked to him a few minutes. He was very nice. So yeah, I met Jeremy Bullock years ago. He was very nice. So I met a few Star Wars people over the years.
I liked Colleen Clickenbeard, voice actor for Teen Gohan.
Yeah, voice actors.
I know who she is.
Though, man.
She has a good voice. I like her voice.
Yeah.
The voice actors are so different than actual celebrities because they're behind the scenes. So they,
Yeah.
They're more like, I don't even know how I'd call them celebrities. They're just more important people for what they do.
Chuck was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the English voice for Dr. Akagi in Evangelion Rebirth. And she was also the voice of Triple X Holic, the main character of that.
Like the very first or second year with the Compalooza, they had the voice actor Dig Yoda in Star Wars: The Clone Wars, and he was really, really cool. I went and talked to him a few minutes. And the voice of Space Ghost a couple years ago, he was really cool. He just passed away recently. He was very nice. Voice actors are usually a little bit more laid back, a little bit more easy to approach and to talk to. So, and then there was Shannon Elizabeth, who I asked for an interview, and she politely declined, but I shook her hand and I smiled. And now she's going to be on
smiled and cried yourself to sleep.
Damn right, Long. Damn right. And
of course, there was more than crying that he had to go through in order to fall asleep.
Don't you know it? And,
apparently, she's opening up an OnlyFans account.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the word around the street.
Yeah.
After she announced her divorce.
Guess American Pie Buddies wore it off after all these years.
It's kind of what's kind of messed up. It's like some of these female celebrities, former celebrities or whatever, go on the OnlyFans. They had to get their kids to shoot these photos for them. I'm
Hey.
like, what? You know, it's like you have to have your son shoot these photos or your daughter shoot these photos for the gooners out there. I mean, that must be so awkward.
The
And
Cooners.
yeah, and yeah, it's like, but it's like cheaper than the photographer. It's like, okay, well, you do what you gotta do. You know, I'm not gonna judge, but it's kind of awkward.
Well, yeah, but
It's like my son's grown. Okay, I think he can handle it. It's like, yeah, I
yeah,
guess.
but you don't even need. But if we're being real now, when you have timers on your phones, you have remote
Yeah,
controls, and then you can edit and crop it. So you don't even
Yeah.
need your son to do it anymore.
I feel bad for the kids in a different way because it's like you got to go to school and there are other guys there and they're like,
saw
yeah,
your
man, I was
mom,
watching
man."
your mom.
I
Yeah.
saw your mom, bro.
But you know what though? If we were still in high school, we'd fucking do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would
But
happen.
take OnlyFans pictures of our moms.
No, God.
Tease
Oh.
our mom, tease Matt's mom, whatever. Tease Matt. We found out his
Oh.
mom was on there, man.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have to be more specific here the way you word things there, Mark. No, yeah. But other than all that, yeah,
But yeah, so
Palooza,
Compalooza in a few
Palooza.
weeks, man. We'll see you there. And so we got our first trailer this week for Clayface, the next DC movie after Supergirl, which is actually a prequel to the DC universe. It takes place even before Superman. I don't know how I feel about this. Man, the trailer was just kind of like, oh, okay, I don't really like body horror all that much. So to me, it's kind of like I don't think I'll see this in theaters. I'll probably wait. And second, villain movies, man, just it's been long established that they don't work well when it comes to comic books.
Mhm.
A villain movie that's like, let's say Hannibal. Okay, that's a certain type of villain movie, but comic book movies, I don't know. Like I said, I did not really enjoy the Joker. I know it was successful box office wise, but I don't even think Clayface is strong enough of a villain to even carry his own film. This is a second tier Batman villain, to be fair, and now he's getting his own movie. I guess I'm going to take the same approach I took with James Gunn directing Superman, where I was optimistic about it. They ended up loving it. I'm going to have to trust James Gunn that they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Hopefully, they have a good plan and some, like a fun, upbeat.
But there was nothing fun about the trailer at all.
Yeah, I know. Just like
Clayface. Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
does he need his own movie though? I mean, he's literally a B tier. When I think of Batman's rogues gallery, I don't even think of Clayface in the top 10.
They're
definitely B tier. Yeah.
That's James Gunn's style, though, right? I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy were a B team.
C tier.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
he directed.
C-tier, yeah.
He directed that, so he just has his hands on it as producer.
He had to have some kind of script.
I'm sure.
Script too, yeah. So, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too pumped for that. We'll see. Other than that, news wise, I didn't see a whole lot, but Chainsaw Man fans, the movie hits Crunchyroll this Thursday, April 30th. So I'm very excited for that.
Matt, have you watched Chainsaw Man yet?
I have not. I know it's widely popular. It's just the character looks awkward.
10 episodes, dude. It goes fast.
It goes fast.
You blew through fucking Daredevil in one day. You can get through Chainsaw Man.
This is true. I did do that.
Dude,
but I challenged myself.
Yeah, do it. Chainsaw Man, there's like 20-minute bites per episode, and the animation is fantastic. The animation for the TV looks like freaking movie quality animation.
Right. And watch it on Crunchyroll so you avoid the Disney Plus commercials.
Yeah. Okay.
Disney doesn't edit or anything, but then you have the commercial breaks, which is ridiculous.
Violent, super violent too.
Yes, extremely violent.
I mean, Chainsaw Man. It's like, what are you going to do? You're not going to like poke at the demon. He's going to slice the demons.
If this was live action, they would bust their budget on blood. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. There's some really good stories in it too. The characters in there are so wild, so.
Here's the thing: I normally don't like a lot of stuff with like demons and all that, only because in the anime genre it's overdone. It's used. It's a lot. Always like, oh, there's a demon this or there's a demon that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get into Demon Slayer. Michael, he's begging me to watch Jujutsu Kaisen. And I watched the first couple episodes. I know it's super popular, but I can't get into it, right? But Chainsaw Man, I got into because it's I think it's a little edgier to an extent, and it's a little more fun, if that makes any sense at all. Like Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, they're more darker. They're not fun. They're kind of depressing. Don't get me wrong, Chainsaw Man has its very dark moments, but it's still more fun.
Okay.
And the characters are so fucking crazy that you get into them. You're like, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah, there's a girl on the team. She calls herself Power.
Yeah.
Just Power.
Just
Like,
Power.
She's fucking whacked out.
She is funny. Yeah. Power. It's like Power. That's your name, Power. I'm laughing my ass off. It's like, okay, well, you do you, because she's a teen too. So yeah, but a half demon team. So Power.
But definitely watch that, man. All right, well, in that case, let's get into some things we checked out, watched this week, and I'm going to go first because I didn't really watch jack shit the last couple of weeks, and actually had the time to watch a couple of things. I'm going to start off with I watched the first episode of the Hulk Hogan Real American documentary on Netflix. It's right. It must be the same company that made the Vince McMahon documentary because it's shot the same way with the same style. Not that there's a lot of different styles to
full of lies, apparently.
Well, the first episode goes through his early years, right up to when Hulkamania is about to start. And yeah, I like it, man. I mean, it's good. It's a good watch. I'm enjoying it so far. It's got Hulk's last interviews in it. Definitely will finish watching it. It just came out Wednesday, so that's why I've only had time to watch the first episode since we are recording tonight. But if you're ever watched WWE or Hulk Hogan, I think it's worth the watch for sure. It's only 4 episodes. It does make me wonder, like, I guess why split it into 4 episodes instead of just making it a 2-hour documentary? Because each episode is like 45 minutes. It's like you could have just done I don't know. It's fine, whatever. I guess it's viewership numbers, right? Instead of watching one movie for 10 million viewers, you can watch 4 episodes at 10 million viewers each, right? Business. Gotta get your business hat on. So I watched that, and then I watched also on Netflix the Red Hot Chili Peppers documentary about the rise of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. If you're only familiar with the Chili Peppers from 92 on when Blood Sugar Sex Magic came out, well, don't expect anything from that era because this ends right before Blood Sugar Sex Magic comes out. This is the very early years, how the band got to start, how they dealt with their drug problems, how they dealt with the death of their guitar player, Hillel Slovak. A lot of this stuff I was familiar with because I had read Anthony Kiedis' autobiography several years ago, but it was still really cool to see it from their view and their eyes and the things they went through. So really extremely rare footage if you're a Chili Peppers fan in there, which is really cool to see. It's a quick watch. It's only an hour and a half. And if you love music and ever love the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I do think it's very much worth watching. And Anthony Kiedis and Flea are very open with the things they went through. They're not ashamed of the things they did. They made mistakes and the drug use and things like that. They talk about it and how important Hillel Slovak was to the Chili Peppers, because without him, there is no Red Hot Chili Peppers. And they give him a lot of credit. In fact, the subtitle of the movie is "It's the Rise of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Our Brother Hillel." I mean, that's the name of the movie. So very good stuff, man. I was very impressed with it. And I didn't even realize it was out. I just was scrolling through Netflix. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to watch this. I grew up in the 90s grunge era of music, so I love all that stuff. And really cool watch, man. I highly recommend that if you enjoy music and just enjoy documentaries, period, of checking out that Red Hot Chili Peppers documentary on Netflix. Netflix has been making things out, man. I didn't really watch anything else, but I noticed all these movies that were behind, are they finally dropping their paywall? Because like the new 28 Years Later is on there without a paywall. So is the Bone Temple without a paywall.
Oh.
So is finally the Karate Kid Legends, Venom: The Last Dance, movies I wanted to see that were always behind the stupid $17 paywall on Netflix. and I noticed that they dropped the lock on those movies. So I'm trying to knock some of those out over the next couple months. Because I was moderately curious about Karate Kid Legends. Growing up, having watched the movies, I kind of wanted to watch that. And a couple other ones on there. So, and I really don't get on Netflix except to watch Monday Night Raw, and I was just like, I scroll through Netflix and like, wow, this is on here. This is on here. I was like, shit, because I should pay more attention to my $8 a month besides watching Raw. But that's what I watched this week.
Nice. I'm gonna have to check that out because I want to watch this Karate Kid because the Karate Kid is someone who's trained. The actor is someone who's actually trained in martial arts for years, versus like the previous couple actors who had 5 to 6 weeks training.
They did do. I didn't hear much. It must have not did real great at the box office. Huh? Just kind of moderate.
Yeah.
And then blink and you miss it, basically.
Yeah.
They didn't even advertise the popcorn boxes, but I saw them there.
It came out May last year, right?
Something like that.
I don't remember what else came out, but I'm sure it got lost amongst something. Lilo and Stitch was out around that time. It probably got killed. Families probably went to see Lilo and Stitch instead of Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Matt hated the ending too of Lilo and Stitch, huh?
Well, I just heard about it.
Oh, you heard about it? Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you went to see it. No.
Yeah, remember I told him, you gotta see it, judge it for yourself. It's just fine.
Nah. I'd rather watch the original. But yeah.
Well, yeah, animation's always better. Oh, yeah, But I'm also open to these things. Like, I still, though, don't feel we need a live action Moana, but, just feels too soon. But The Rock's got to make his money.
Yeah. Easy Disney money.
Yeah.
So that's the news, huh?
No, we're into things we watched.
Yeah.
Oh, are we?
I just talked about things I watched in the documentaries.
Oh,
Hey,
right. Yeah, you were talking about Hogan. Yeah, I had a little zone down. Sorry. I had to write a little angry reply on Facebook while you were saying that. So pardon me.
Oh,
sorry.
Facebooking, man. Yeah.
The dress is purple. The color of the dress is blue.
I actually sat down and watched an anime today. I'm so proud of myself. It's the 4th season of that time I got reincarnated as a slime. So it's one of my favorite anime series that came out in the past 5 or 6 years. So that's a good cozy anime. It's it's basically the premise is about a guy who resurrects into a fantasy world, and he's like a slime, and he builds a nation from being a slime. So yeah, it's a really cool concept, and I like it. It's not dark and edgy or anything like that. So I did get a couple of pretty cool stuff from this week's toy hunt, and I did get a reissue of the G1 Hot Rod. Yes, sir. Got a G1 Hot Rod, and I think I can show it real quick. I've been wanting it in my collection for a while. I thought it was kind of a neat toy back in the day. Mark, do you have a G1 Hot Rod in your collection?
Yeah, wait. I'm trying to think. I have the Transformers the movie.
Wow.
I don't think I have that.
Shape too.
I have the Transformers the movie studio series.
Yeah, I had that. And I had
from a couple years ago. I have that one.
Yeah.
Is that the original gun?
It's let me see. It's a reissue, so it's a Walmart. It used to be a Walmart reissue, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, though, I had that reissue. I sold it back about probably 10 years ago.
It probably made its way to Misfit Toys, and I got it.
No, I sold it to a local guy here in Houston.
Yeah.
It was on a Facebook group, and I was like, man, I needed some money, and
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I got like $100 for it back then because mine was still a box.
Yeah.
It was I can't remember which they've reissued it a few times, I believe. So
yeah, and What else? I spent a good part of my week just selling some of my Lego collection. And I, it was a pain in the butt trying to break down a medieval set, which is 2 large buildings. It took me 4 hours to break down the bricks, and
Yeah, I had
kind
a
of.
hammer, dude. I could have done it real quick for you.
Well, no, it's like I want that to, yeah.
That's
But,
what. How
but
many
anyway,
Transformers do you have in your collection?
I don't know. I have a whole G1 shelf of G1 originals and reissues, and then I have the main one here. Top shelf is like large figures and favorite figures. Middle shelf is Decepticons, and then the shelf there is Autobots. That's a decent amount.
Do you think
Then
100, 200?
maybe 100 at the most. But yeah, sorry,
Pretty
but
swell.
at the most 100, and then but kind of going to get a Superion figure soon. Superion, the new Age of the Primes version. You guys saw the Devastator earlier in the week. I showed you the photo. Oh, I did manage to get my hands on the G1 reissue Devastator, which is kind of cool. Which is it was 8 inches tall, and then the new version is like 12.5 inches tall. So not a bad size. Yeah.
Pat, you never really caught the collecting bug on one singular item. You just pick up a thing here or there, some Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff.
Yep, I'm kind of all over the place. I see something I like, I just get it, but it's like here and there. It's not really I don't really have like
Well,
a
it's your
whole lot of
personality too. I don't think you could actually
yeah.
focus on one thing. Not that you're not into something, you appreciate things, but
Yeah.
yeah. You would like buy 4 Transformers and then move on to like something else. That's just like probably what you would do.
Yep. That's like I'll just be randomly scrolling and I'll be like, oh, I saw like Kiss action figures and I got those,
I do kind of have a mini collection of GI Joe figures. And I got like a Duke and Cobra Commander, and now I have a Baroness and Lady J. Then I have a little statue of Baroness. I love her. I love her design. There's something about her black and red design that speaks to me.
I've wanted to go down the route of vintage GI Joe, just pick up some figures and stuff, because you get them. There's like Star Wars figures, you get them relatively cheap, But I just don't, because I just don't want to go down that tunnel.
Yeah.
But I would like to, but I just can't.
Then I have some Godzilla figures that I have, and I'm kind of cooled down on Godzilla collecting for now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my main things are Star Wars and wrestling, and some Batman stuff. But then I have like random anime figures, random Godzillas, random, Ninja Turtles, and I've got some Transformers too, like you do. Not as many as you, but I've got some.
Yeah, I do want them to release. I want McFarlane Toys to finally release the Absolute Wonder Woman figure. Where she's sporting the Buster sword.
What is? I know he's announcing so much stuff. He's pumping out all this crap before he loses a license. So who knows? Maybe he'll put one out.
Yeah. And then I'm also waiting for I wonder if they'll maybe I'm cooling down on the Transformers collecting, but there's one thing that you'll probably appreciate, Mark, that I found a really good deal on a Metroplex. That's like the holy grail of my childhood. Yeah. And not the modern one, but a G1 Metroplex. So it says a 1985 original. It's like, that looks too new. It looks like a reissue or something.
Right.
But hey, it's only $80 compared to the usual $150 to $200, that I usually see on it. But, the seller has 100% rating. So hopefully,
that's cool.
Hopefully he wasn't hacked.
Man, I think if it came to Transformers, I think the only thing I never had a Shockwave when I was a kid. I always wanted one. Maybe one day I'll have to invest in one of the reissues.
Yeah. Texas Time Warp has 2 Shockwaves, the vintage kind. So
yeah, I've never had one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always thought he was a cool character.
Just to give you a heads up, though, they are re-releasing the Shockwave Studio series right now. So
Yeah, I think I saw that.
yeah, if you ever catch it it's not as big as the original G1, but it's
Right.
75% of the size, which is all you need. So
Yeah.
you'll probably be able to find it somewhere in the Target or Walmart. So because that wave is hitting in store shelves now.
Yeah, and it feels like Target and Walmart both are finally, after it's taking them a long time, are realizing that their distribution's been better. You're finding more stuff because they're starting to realize like people want this stuff.
Yeah.
There was a couple of years there where it was trouble finding any of this reissue stuff, whether any of this McFarlane stuff. And now it feels like they're finally starting to get
part
the
of it.
distribution.
Yeah, unfortunately, part of it too is like some collectors are so good at the game that they'll snatch it because every Tuesday and Wednesday are days where Walmart gets their shipment
Right.
of toys and movies.
The Target is Sunday mornings and Friday mornings, I think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, yeah, it's bad. You're right. Man, there's this girl I ran into that I know, and she puts out Pokemon cards and trading cards, and she says that they're so bad that they put a tracker in her car. And she said she called the police in Texas. That's not illegal, as long as they don't follow you to your home and they don't approach you and like ask your name or anything and do anything violent. They can follow you. I did not know this. It's legal in Texas. That as long as they can't walk in and say, "Hey, ma'am, I'm looking for cards." As long as they leave her alone and let her stock and wait for her to stock the cards, it's perfectly legal. I was like, wow, really? It's because bounty hunting is legal in Texas. So yeah. So you're allowed to track people as long as you don't approach them or follow them to their house.
Yeah. Speaking of Pokemon cards, I ordered like $70 of first run cards, Pokemon cards. Just 70 of it, one bundle for $70 or something. I'm not expecting anything in that pack, but yeah, I was just going to gift it to my brother since he had like a really good collection when he was a kid. And then it's like maybe I'll send it. I'm going to send it to him, so hopefully he'll like it. Most of it's probably junk cards, but who knows? So
yeah. Cool, Matt. If you watched another chick flick this week,
No,
you're banned for this segment.
I did not watch a chick flick this week. I watched. I got caught up with Invincible. Watched the final episode of the season. Looks like they're continuing the Thrag storyline. Yeah, I don't want to ruin it in case no one's watched it yet.
I heard the animation budget this season is like noticeably flawed or something. Is the animation quality gone down or is it the same?
I don't think it's flawed.
Like the animation isn't as smooth as the other seasons or something like that. Like
no, I haven't noticed it. And I know there are people that are comparing how Cecil looks now versus how he used to look, and why, and there's a lot of speculation, but I think it's well animated still. They're obviously spending a lot on the voice actors, and I think they're going to bring back Powerplex eventually. So Jesse from Breaking Bad is going to come back and voice his character. The voice of Ronan the Accuser as Thrag, and
Lee Pace.
Lee Pace, yeah,
that's the voice of whatchamacallit, the actor who played
Ronan.
Ronan, thank you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and then Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character died this season, so no more Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Which he did a really good job voicing Conquest. That was pretty good, pretty terrifying character. He did a good job. But no, I haven't. I think the battles and the fights and the blood and the gore was well animated. I enjoyed it. I don't mind it at all. I think they did nerf a couple characters like Battle Beast. He's supposed to have a little bit more of a fight with Thrag, and Thrag just kind of throws him aside. A lot of people were Disappointed with that, but who knows? Maybe they have a rematch coming up. Did not get to watch The Boys, but I'll check that out maybe over the weekend before next week and get caught up before next week comes out. I watched a couple. Huh?
Oh no, go ahead.
I watched a couple movies. I had never really seen. Like, I knew what Patch Adams was about, but I never watched it. And so, I watched Patch Adams. It's got, of course, Robin Williams. It's got the warden from Shawshank Redemption in there. It's got
Elizabeth Smart, or was it Elizabeth?
No, Elizabeth. Chick. You got the blonde chick. She's the she played Nicolas Cage's wife in Con Air.
Right. What's that? I know this is an Elizabeth in this film. Well, what's her name?
I'd have to look up her name.
Let's see, Patch Adams.
But I didn't realize, like, her character passes away in the film.
Yeah, that was a sad death. I remember watching that movie. And it was like, man, I liked her. Why did she have to die? It's based on a true story. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she was in Con Air. It's about the only two movies she was ever really in.
I wonder what happened with her.
She sucked at acting. I don't know.
No,
she seemed decent.
She probably didn't put out for Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah,
that's why so many actresses in the '90s all of a sudden disappeared, because they wouldn't.
Really,
they didn't fall for the old "come to my trailer, let's have."
She still does stuff, but when I look at these and I see their movies are rated 4.0, 4.3s, they must be TV movies made, B movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, for an actress, it's like work is work. So,
yeah. And then I had never seen Me, Myself, and Irene all the way through, and so literally
Jim Carrey movie.
Yeah, it was a Jim Carrey movie. So I watched another Jim Carrey movie in addition to what we're talking about.
I think that's an underrated comedy, Jim, in a way. It's so bizarre.
It is very bizarre.
It's almost a fever dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, checked out that. And I don't think it's one of Jim Carrey's best, but I liked it. For me, it's Ace Ventura or Liar Liar.
Yeah, his character adopted 3 black sons, right?
Yes, yeah. And he's just he's like, yeah, these are my kids, and so he just like pushes all this stuff down, and that's how his ulterior ego is made.
Right. Yeah, that movie came out after Kingpin, which I also like. That's a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a funny movie. Trying to scam people out and then gets the shit beat out of him. Woody Harrelson.
One of Randy Quaid's last roles, I think.
Yeah.
Where he went off the deep end. So, but
or Randy Quaid.
Yeah. Oh, well, what else did you do, Matt? Don't forget what.
We went to Collector's Firearms, dude.
Yep.
And got to see history, man.
Yeah, a history of firearms, basically.
Military surplus guns, and
samurai
swords, like real like samurai swords, and samurai hilts and helmets, and helmets and dress hats of like other soldiers of fortune throughout time. Cannons, an old Gatling, like a real Gatling. Like from that you would put on the back of a wagon, to protect the stagecoach.
Yep. Matt got a little bit of a history lesson as he was walking with me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Long asked one of the guys there, what's a gun that came in that you were just like, wow, like it was a showstopper. He's like, that one over there, middle case. And we go over, and Long's like, oh my God, Herman Goering? Yeah. Goering. Goering. And I was like, I'm not familiar. You're like, he's like third in command of the Nazi army, the
Nazi Air Force. Yeah.
Nazi Air Force. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love
$65,000 that rifle.
Yeah, $65K.
Yeah. Jeez.
I have to sell my house to get it.
Yeah. I held I held the rifle, and I was like, okay, well, do you have like Patton's rifle or Eisenhower's gun, so I could feel a little, feel like I've been cleansed a little bit, balance
Something
it out.
balanced. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
yeah,
he pointed us into the direction of some M1 Grands.
yeah,
So we checked out that too. But that was cool, because it's history. What who would have known that was like sitting in a gun shop, a very nice gun shop in Houston, and not in a museum somewhere. But
we
for
saw some muskets that were out in the open.
yeah.
Yeah, muskets and Royal Army stuff like the red jackets that you see in films. But yeah, it's a pretty cool walkthrough.
Well, I would imagine
history.
historical items like that. There's probably not trying to downgrade it, but they're probably plentiful. Most museums are only going to have one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a functioning gun store. It just has so many artifacts in there. It had like a U.S. Marines uniform from World War II on display.
Yeah, with mission orders.
Yeah, it had like the German Army World War II uniforms on display and Japanese uniforms.
I think I read somewhere World War II has the most available public relics. I mean, it's not hard to get something for World War II. If you which is cool.
I own an Italian Carcano.
Matt's probably not old enough. Do you remember Army surplus stores?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
There used to be one over on Kipwood, and there used to be one in Galveston for years, man. But now I think I think there's still one in Conroe. I think
there's one on 45 and AirTech still, right?
I think that one closed. Last I checked, there's none in Houston anymore.
That sucks.
They only last as long as their owners are alive,
right?
Really.
And the government though stopped sending stuff to a lot of those stores because of cost cutting. So they weren't getting surplus in anymore. But yeah, those were cool stores, man. You could go find old canteens and stuff from wars and things like that. But yeah, I don't think there is one in Houston anymore.
No, that one on AirTech is still open.
Yeah, but is that one open to the public?
Yeah,
that's what I mean. I don't think there's public ones anymore.
Yeah, it's public.
I think the one on AirTech's military ID only. I think that's right, because I wanted to go look, and I think I read that it was not. I don't know if it's public or not.
I'd have to look.
Yeah, I think that was the difference. So
yeah, I keep seeing these Spider Noir trailers today.
Yeah, that show. Yeah, but all right, well, we are 42 minutes in this episode. We have not even started to talk about the film yet. Wow, that's. For us, that's pretty. I guess we had a lot to talk about.
We had a lot to talk about, man.
We got a lot to talk about with this movie. So we're going to continue on to our last movie of the month, the movies we've never seen before. And this is one that kind of was on my radar, just had never watched it. And
surprisingly,
Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet, and it's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is a very unique title. With a movie with a very somewhat unique presence. And Long, I'm going to let you summarize this, because if I let Matt summarize this, he's going to tell the entire plot. We'll be here another 42 minutes, because I don't think Matt can just summarize this shortly.
Right.
I love you, Matt, but I just know you.
Okay.
Happens.
Yeah, quick summary. Basically, the premise of the movie is about a guy who had a rocky 2-year relationship with his girlfriend. And comes to find out his girlfriend wiped her memory and acts like he doesn't exist. So he wants to get even with her by wiping his memory of her from from the relationship. And in the process of getting his memory of his ex being wiped out, he starts having second thoughts about it, and we go through his mental adventures of trying to keep whatever memory he has left of her, and it all comes to a head towards the end of the movie when things start getting crazy, and in regards to saving his memories, and then uh, through flashbacks, and it's almost a surrealist experience. But yeah, but they end up getting back together in an unexpected way. So yeah, that's the gist of the film. Uh, you think you want to get rid of something, but in the end, you want to keep it. So yeah, that's my summary. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see, all three of us have not seen this movie, which is remarkable because I guess when this movie came out, it was one of those films that really reviewed well with both audience and critics at that time, and then it's gained a cult following since then. And
Yeah, I don't know how I never saw this. It's weird.
yeah, so yeah, I remember of hearing about this film when it came out, but didn't really go after it for some
Right.
reason. Came out in 2009, right?
2002.
2002? Oh,
Four.
wow.
Sorry, 2004.
Before.
Okay,
2004.
2004. Okay, so
It was it helped bring. I mean, it did well enough that it brought Jim Carrey back into, because his career started to slide a little bit, and he made this film, and it kind of got him going again. Had a few more hits after this. Yeah. And to his credit, he's really good in the movie. Yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, he always wanted to prove that he was more than just a funny face. You know, in movies like The Truman Show and The Majestic and this movie. And he's very good in it. And Kate Winslet is amazingly good in it. But I mean,
she
she's
is
one of our
so good.
she's one of our
so
great
effortless.
actresses.
Yeah, yeah, she definitely. Oh, how many Oscars has she won? I don't know. One, maybe.
And she was
two?
nominated for this one.
Oh, was she? Okay.
Surprising. I don't know what she went up against. I did not look, but it's crazy that she didn't win. Because what a performance she gives in this. So yeah, I had never seen this before either. And let me tell you, we when sometimes we do our movies every week. I'm busy, so I might watch part of the movie one day and part of the next. This movie, I did pause it for a little bit to make dinner, but otherwise, I actually sat and watched this in one day, which is rare for me because it grasps you. Because it's like a what, Matt?
She lost to Hilary Swank for her role in $1 Million Baby. So
okay.
Understandable.
Yeah, okay, I guess. But because this movie is like a really good book unfolding before you, and you grasp into the story. And yes, it's a tale of romance, but it's not like mushy romance. I think that's it's more like real romance. I think it's what you relate to it, because most of us don't have romances like or in the movies where everything's perfect and they always usually kind of start awkwardly like they did in this. I think that's why it's you relate to these characters. And then there's a lot of like the sci-fi stuff in it's really kind of weird and bizarre. So it has a little something for everybody. First off, this company that makes this procedure, what the fuck, man? They're like getting high and shit while they're doing this procedure on you.
Yeah.
It's so
Get
weird.
drunk. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Dancing naked. Having
Moving
sex.
around.
Yeah.
Elijah, and that's before we even get into the details. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one star-studded cast. It's like you have Jim
Frodo,
Carrey,
the
Kate
Hulk.
Winslet,
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo.
Ruffalo before he
Mark
was
Ruffalo.
who we know he is now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
Elijah
wasn't
Wood,
established. What did he have done at this point, really?
Maybe 13 going on 30.
Zodiac.
Again, what has he done?
Zodiac.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just starting in his career here, basically. Yeah. But yeah, Mark Ruffalo's so good in this. He's a good actor overall, I feel. And Kirsten Dunst
coming off of her Spider-Man fame. Yeah.
Yeah. With no bra and very cold nipples.
That's great, Matt.
Yep.
Thanks for pointing that out.
I'm trying to behave today, Matt.
Well, she pointed. She was the one doing the pointing.
Okay, Matt. Just lost our one listener. Thank you. No.
But we gained more in Tokyo. Tokyo guys. We're getting more popular in Tokyo.
All right, moving on. uh, not Tom Hiddleston, but what's his name?
Wilkinson.
Tom Wilkinson. Thank you. Yeah, This is during the time when Tom Wilkinson's popularity was pretty good as a character actor. Yeah,
he went on to do Batman the next year.
Yeah, and he did Michael Carter, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Clayton.
Michael Clayton, which he's really good in that movie.
Yeah. He did Full Monty, I think, around this time too. Or a little bit earlier. But anyhow, this movie the editing was seamless in this film. It did not feel like it was hard to follow. Like the way the editing was transitioning between shot to shot, memory to memory, it was like it wasn't disorienting at all. Given it could have easily fallen into that. The plotting was easy to follow, and one thing I like about Jim Carrey's performance is that his rubber face didn't appear, like his rubbery facial expressions.
A brief scene where he's acting childlike.
Like a childlike, yeah. But other than that, it was very restrained. He definitely felt like he's an introvert. You know, he made you feel like, okay, he's out of his element talking to this extroverted chick. You know, like usually the characters that Jim Carrey plays, he's the one that's off-putting to his co-actors and co-stars. They're always on the back foot, but this is like one of the few roles where Jim Carrey's kind of on the back foot when interacting with someone else. And Kate Winslet, she brought it. She brought her chops, and she felt like a force of nature in a way, you know, compared to Jim Carrey's restraint acting in this film. So,
and to go back to the special effects, I read that they went a bit low budget on purpose because they wanted to not feel like a special effects movie. They wanted to feel like a dream as he was going through all this, because they didn't want it to take away from the story they were trying to tell. So they used camera effects and lighting effects. You could tell they would put red over the screen, things like that, to make it look special effecty. Is that even a word? Special effecty, but not look like going out of their way to make it look.
Was that a $20 million budget?
$20 million budget.
Yeah.
Man, it was trippy whenever they start messing with the faces of people, and there's just no face, it's just skin, or their eyes and eyebrows are upside down and flipped up, and it's that was pretty freaky because it's like it's all dark, and then all of a sudden the lights on them. You're like,
and then when you don't see Elijah Wood's character's face, they use just camera tricks to make him turn his head. They just sped the camera up. That's all they did for the special effects. You never saw his face when he turned. Whenever he was looking back, he turned the body real quick. So just genius, simple ideas to make it look like you never saw his face.
Yeah, his character's so fucked up, Elijah Wood. So they're doing Jim Carrey's character, and Elijah's talking about how he was there whenever the girl
doing as far as
was wiped,
forming the clinic,
and then he stole Kate Winslet's panties, and then and Jim's hearing this.
The audience, so you don't know that that's her until a few minutes later in the film.
Yeah. And then he's talking about how he finds out that he's using this guy's journal to talk to her, and it's like,
which is really sick and twisted.
And Ruffalo's character is like, dude, this is messed up. Like, just like a client, you're like taking advantage of her situation. And man, I was like, man, I didn't expect that from Elijah Wood, man. This threw me off.
He does play creepy characters very well.
No.
Yeah.
And then the random affair that gets brought up between Kirsten Dunst and her boss, I didn't see that coming. I was like, yeah,
it's random, but there's a point to it.
Yeah.
Right. Which we'll get to.
That's where things get to a head. in that moment in that film. And if it weren't for that moment, then the conclusion wouldn't go the way it did.
Right.
So
Yeah. So yeah, Jim's getting his mind wiped in response to Kate Winslet's character getting her mind wiped, and they have this realization that doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work.
And that's where the deepness of this movie comes in. It's like I texted you guys because I had some questions I wanted answered before the podcast, and I was thinking about the answers, and it made me realize like it's a lot of movies sometimes take us to places that make us think about life and make us feel something. And this movie makes you realize that life, not to be cliche and say the Jurassic Park thing, but that life finds a way, and that the relationship, despite it even it reflects on our daily lives, that life has a reason for everything that happens. And it made me think about like the things I've gone through, and like it makes you realize that there's a reason for this. And no matter would you change it if you could? No, you probably wouldn't. This deals with those themes, that like if you have the opportunity to change it, and they try to change it, but life's still going to find a way anyway, because they're meant to be together. And that's why the movie, I didn't realize that the movie's kind of a loop, that the end of the movie is at the beginning.
Yeah.
And that they're going to meet no matter what, because of fate, destiny, whatever. So anything you do in your life is, whether you go through a divorce or you have a child or you get fired from a job, it's your fate and it's your destiny. And it deals with those themes of what would you do to change it. And I think that's what I got out of the movie. Along with the importance of Joel and Clementine's relationship.
Yeah. Or and also it could be just a natural chemistry between two people that's undeniable too. That that it could just happen again.
Right.
Just based on how the two main characters just interact with each other with their natural attraction and chemistry. And also, the film also reminds you, like, yeah, the reason why people break up is always the bad memories, but there are always good memories that people don't think about. That happens most of the time,
Right.
the mundane, but also, the happy memories that comes with the relationship.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've gone through a divorce, and I had rough times, but I still have fantastic memories at times when things that did happen, and I wouldn't change that.
Yeah. It's like a book, and you go through bad chapters.
Right.
And you're like, man, this chapter was really bad. Maybe there are more than one bad chapter in the book, but overall you get to the end and you're like, wow, overall that was pretty good.
Die.
Well, people that have people have multiple bad chapters, you just need to fucking throw it out and start over.
rip out those pages. But
you rip out the pages, but the book is damaged.
Right.
Yeah, it's damaged.
Anyways.
It's like
you get to the end of the book and you die.
Yeah,
last chapter, buddy.
Yeah, you just
but man, I think this is a really, out of the 4 movies that we did this month we hadn't seen before, I think this is the best movie we did. Not only that, I think this is a movie that I would probably watch again. I think it was, and see if there's things I missed in it. Because I think there's a lot to pick up on in this movie. It's very good performances, very well acted, very simple set designs, nothing fancy, but it keeps you in the film. Very good direction. Makes you think. We've done a few movies like this, and it makes you think in a different way than maybe like let's say a Cloud Atlas does, or something like that. It makes you think about things differently. And I enjoy movies now and then that challenge my look at life or my opinion on things. And it's you don't always go to the movies to watch Godzilla blow shit up. Sometimes it's okay to go and feel something. And,
To be fair, though, the movie would be better with Godzilla.
I knew you'd say that.
No.
You know, and then sometimes you go to the movies to feel things in a different way. Like if you watch a war movie, you're going to feel something different than you're going to feel in a relationship movie. You know,
So let's rank our movies that we saw here. It's kind of on the fly, but I think definitely for sure, without question, Eternal Sunshine is definitely number one. And
yeah,
number two would probably be a toss up between. No, it's not really a toss up. Because what we saw Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Death Rides a Horse,
Mhm.
Silent Rage, that's the most
I would put.
off the beaten
I
path.
personally, I know that there might be one listener out there going, "Oh, it's an Oscar winner. How could you?" But no, I'd put Death Rides a Horse number two.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I
Number
love
two,
westerns and I love that genre.
number three is probably either The Sting, I guess,
Yeah, I mean,
or
just
Silent
because of
Rage.
performances of Redford and Newman, can't discredit them.
Yeah, yeah, and a very good ending, a really
Yeah.
good ending
Good ending.
that tied everything together, with a slow burn.
And
So
then
and
fourth would be the Goofy B movie we did, Silent Rage, which was
Silent Rage.
still a fun watch, but it was dumb as fuck. You know?
It was.
Well, well, if we do another movies we haven't watched next year, we'll definitely watch a Chuck Norris movie we haven't seen, which is probably
But
Heroes Wear Black 2, which I think is an interesting title for a film.
but
So I have,
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which obviously the title is uh, refers to that you can't control the mind and what your destiny is, and I think is a solid. I mean, I'm going to give it an A plus. I think this is a really great movie.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
A+ for me too.
A
I'm
plus.
still thinking about the film,
Yeah,
not because we're talking about it, but yeah, long after the movie has ended.
it
So
it challenges you in how you view your relationships. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be that I want to forget you two motherfuckers. You know, I'm just kidding. You know, but no, that's a good thing about this film. It does that. It's really good, man. And I was talking to James at work, and it's funny. Matt knows James, and I don't know if Long's ever met James, but um, James was like, "Hey man, have you ever heard of this movie? I've never seen it before." And I was like, "Oh, you're not gonna fucking believe this, James. We're doing it on the podcast this week." He's like, "No way." I'm like, "Yeah," and so I watched it, and I texted James and said, "Dude, you need to watch this, man. It's really good." And so he said he was going to watch it and then listen to our show. So hopefully he does. So I'm going to ask him when I see him tomorrow. Wait, no, it's only Saturday. Monday I'm working when I see him. I'm going to say, "Hey, man, did you watch it?" Because he likes much more specific moviegoer than we are. He likes his Batmans and stuff like that, but he likes when it comes to regular films, he likes stuff that challenges him a little bit, makes him think. So I think he would appreciate this movie.
yeah,
Uh,
when I
so
texted earlier in the month, earlier in the week, it was like I texted, man, what is this movie, man? And that was the scene where Kirsten Dunst kissed Tom
oh,
Wilkerson.
and I
Yeah.
read it wrong. I thought you were asking like what movie were we doing because I read it real fast.
Oh, yeah. It's like I know we are watching Eternal. So I'm just talking about this something happening in the film. Yeah, but I put
Yeah,
LOL, at the end of it. But
but
it
it
means
was
I'm enjoying it. It's like, man,
yeah,
that's a twist. So,
no,
but
it was good, very good movie. All right, we're going to go a little less deep next week and celebrate the 30th anniversary of a movie that has a. Is this a cult classic? I think so, man. I think it's kind of garnered a following from generations on over the years, from kids like Matt that grew up watching it to generations now that still enjoy this movie, and that is Space Jam. By request from my 11-year-old, said, "Dad, you got to do this on the podcast." Like, all right, we'll do Space Jam, and it is the 30th anniversary of the movie that starred Michael Jordan, the absolute height of his popularity, of course. I mean, we'll talk about that next week, but there was a time from 1988 to about 97, 98, for 10 years that Jordan Mania was as big as Hulkamania in the basketball world. I mean, it was Michael Jordan this,
like
Michael
Mike,
Jordan that.
I
Yeah, be
want to
like
be
Mike,
like
just
Mike.
do it.
Hmm.
Air Jordans. I mean, and
Even the
of course,
movie where he gets Michael Jordan shoes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously it's going to leave it up to Hollywood to cash in on that popularity and make a movie with the Looney Tunes, and it's a fun film, man. It really is. So we'll talk Space Jam next week and have some fun with it. and on the podcast. But until then, the rebelradiopodcast.com for all your Rebel Radio needs. This was a fun episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next week, this is Mark.
This is Matt.
This is Long.
Remember, as always, just go there and do it.
Do it.